Hey Carl, just a short video clip for you here. So my recommendation first depends on whether your issue is with the back leg or one of the side legs. But the first thing to do would be to remove these hinge screws here. So you got 1, 2, 3 hinge screws. On the side legs, you'll notice there's this little staple here, this little steel brad. On the back leg, it is this brass hook here. So you want to pull that out. So if you've removed the hinge screws and either this stop staple or that screw eye, you should be able to open the leg all the way once you get the spring pulled out. So then hopefully you can see the end of your spring. So that's a typical easel leg, and hopefully you can see the end of this. So what's inside here, what's inside here is this little piece that gets pulled in and out. If you can see the end of that, you can just grab onto it gently with a pair of pliers, or even better yet, screw your new knob onto that. And so what my hope is that that's a little bit exposed there for you. You can put your new knob on gently so you don't cross thread it, and then you'll be able to pull it up and then slide the legs totally apart. Once you've slid them apart, and forgive me, I'm taking this home video by myself with no help and no tripod. Let's see, stand up against something. Basically what I do from here is I get this so that I put the spring is in place. I push it all the way out. I put a little bit of that Loctite on it, not too much, just a little bit. Try to spread it around on the threads, and then go ahead and while pressing this in, I screw that knob on, and I'll show you what that looks like. So then you've got this out like this with the knob screwed on, and I want to keep it in place like that while the glue dries. So I have just a little piece of cardboard that I put in there. So now that knob can dry, or that glue can dry to secure that knob on, but it's doing so kind of in the open position, because that'll help ensure that if there's any excess glue, that it doesn't kind of get inside there and kind of bind things up. So that's the approach that I would take. If when you get your, or if when you look at your easel, if you can't see that peg, that little threaded peg there, then you're not going to be able to get the legs apart without grinding off those brass bolts. But as long as you can see that little bit sticking up, you should be able to screw your new knob on and get the legs to fully come apart without having to grind off those bolts.